Yo, yo, yo. Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me? Chat, Jock, see it, Lewis, what it do? Can y'all hear me? Hugo, 351 Cleveland. Can y'all hear me? Loud and clear. All right, Reggie Brown. Man, what's happening, everybody? What's happening? Bud Crisco, my man, what it do? What it do? Chat Jock said, I need that Fat Tuesday Chanel. Can't find it anywhere. Man, it's a hot commodity. 351 Cleveland's audio good on my side. Okay, okay. Chat Jock so you can hear me. Okay, okay, okay. Hopefully y'all got a chance to. Um, if not, after this live, or if y'all get a chance tomorrow, whenever. Check out part 2 of the video I just dropped today, like 10, 20 minutes ago. We just dropped the second part of the Sam Rayburn video. Andrew Van Buren, what's going on? Madison, Mississippi's in the house. What it do? I know you've been showing out on Ross Barnett. Wardale, what it do? Wardale said, what up, bro? I'm moving my daughter to Houston in April. See you soon. Hit me up when you touch down, Wardale. Man, hit me up when you touch down. We want to go on there late. Devon 225. He said, hit them thumbs up. Stop playing, y'all. Come on, hit them thumbs up. Bud Crisco also representing Madison, Mississippi. Double salute. Double salute to the hometown. Y'all Kennedy. Fam. What it do, fam? Reggie Brown said he just finished it. Slabs. Yeah, man. We have some slabs out there. Set the Hook said, long time no see. Skinny Kenny. Your boy Big Green is on the line. Double salute. Double salute. Man, I'm glad y'all got up in here. Fly guys. What it do? What it do? What it do? Double salute. Man, I'm so glad y'all up in here. We can talk some noise tonight. Ready to go tomorrow, man. I'm so tired. I've been out of town all week. I just made it home. Probably like at 5 o'clock. About 2 hours ago. Just long enough to drop that video and go live. I said I wasn't go fishing tomorrow, but I'm not doing nothing but relaxing this weekend. We have a tournament on Lake Merval next weekend, so. We got a tournament on Lake Merval next weekend, so I will probably relax this weekend to get ready for the tournament next weekend. Willie Farmer, double salute. What's going on, brother? Say, what's up, bud? I'm going to get you to send me some of them G's. Keep doing what you're doing. You know I got you. You know I got you. Bubba G, what it do? What it do? Say, going to the Ross tomorrow. They been getting me. I heard, boy, they been on the Reds going crazy out there. I heard they been wearing them out. I sure wish I was back at home. I heard they been getting on some slabs back on the Ross Barnett. Bud Chris said, talking smoke tonight or no? You know I got some smoke tonight. Because y'all know I'm tired of these slick shots. We 4 minutes in. Somebody get SK up in here. Somebody got his number. Call that clown. Get him in here. He be throwing them slick shots. I told y'all he like to throw rocks and hide his hand. Get him in here. Because y'all know I don't throw rocks and hide my hand. I don't do that. I throw rocks and I say I'm the one that threw it. Somebody get him in here. Get him in here. We got some smoke. I got some smoke. I'm telling you, whenever he throw them slick shots, I'm coming for his head. I don't know why that man be playing with me. Devon 25 said, finally getting some nice weather in the south. Man, beautiful weather. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful weather. James Edwards, what's going on, bro? Slab Doc said, what up? I need everybody to stay out of my spot. Boy, you know it's going to be loaded. You know, next Saturday, Lake Merval is going to be loaded. If y'all don't know, that's like, it used to be a hidden secret of East Texas where it's a lot of 2 to 3 pound crappie, and there's a whole lot of them. It's a little small lake. But it's supposed to go down next Saturday. It's going to go down. It's going to be some big numbers. I'm predicting probably between 16 and 17 pounds probably going to win it. You're going to need about 16 or 17 pounds to, what I'm thinking, to win it next weekend at Lake Merval. Devon 225 said, what SK do now? I want him to get in here before I see it. Somebody call him. Somebody call that man. Somebody in this, out of 17 people that's on here right now, somebody got SK no. Tell him get on up in here. I told him about throwing rocks and hiding his hand. I don't do that. Boy, Chris gonna say, "Oh boy, finna get messy early." Yeah, from the gate. Look, yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm only going live for one reason. I need to get SK up in here. That's the only reason why I'm going live. What else says? Smoke 865 days in the year. Hey, look, every day. Every day. Man be playing. The 125 said, Bass Pro Crappie Madness going on now. Bobby Garland 198. Really? Oh, okay. I didn't know that. $2? I need to go check them out. I got a couple Bobby Garlands I need to go buy. Slab Dollar Moss said, can't wait for Merval. We deprive the quality lakes in these parts. That's true, y'all. I don't care what nobody say. Once you go to East Texas, then you come back into Houston area and go to these lakes, you feel deprived. It's not the same. It's not the same. It's not the same quantity. It's not definitely ain't the same quality. It's not the same neither. It's not the same quantity and it's not the same quality at all. JJ, what's going on, JJ? Kim Burnett, double salute. What it do? What it do? Somebody get SK up in here. Somebody call SK and get him up in here. I got some smoke because I told him about throwing them slick shots. Somebody in here got his number. Call him, tell him get on this live. I told him about throwing them slick shots. Whenever you throw slick shots, whenever you throw rocks, and you hide your hand, I'm coming for your throat. Like a pit bull. Gary Jordan, he said, how do you do on Conroe? Man, I'm going to tell you what happened on Conroe. I'm glad you asked that question. I did horrible on Conroe. I seen so many big crappie. When I say big crappie, I think what happened was that Friday, it was real windy. And so a lot of people went to the area I was fishing because it was kind of protected. And I believe they beat it up pretty good. Because I seen the crappie there Saturday, but I could not get them to bite. And the only ones that did bite, like they were short striking, like literally just nipping at it. Big, huge images. But I couldn't get them to, I couldn't get them to commit to me. I could not, I seen them. Couldn't get them to bite. Lake Houston tougher than Lake in Texas. No, it ain't. Not even close. It's just it's the trashiest lake in Texas. So I said nothing tough about Lake Houston. Just got to weed through 1,006-inch crappie. That is a fact. You definitely do. You definitely gonna go through about 600 4 to 8-inch crappie and about 5,000 brush pile. Thomas Fish said, yes, sir. Boat flip them. Got a 3-pounder today. Thomas, I'm gonna have to come back to the home state, bro. I'm gonna have to come down there with you, Tom. You gotta put me on one of them 3-pounders, man. I'm sick to my stomach. I need one. And I know you know where they is too. I know you know where they is. I hope you shot a video because I can't wait to see it. I cannot wait to see it, and I hope you shot that video. You shoot a video today, Tom? The 125 said Cam selling 20 split shots for $10. Look, I ain't getting on nobody tonight but one person. Somebody call SK and tell me to join this live. I'm only going live for one reason. I don't want to talk about no crappie. I don't want to talk about the spun. I want to talk about SK, and I need him in here, and I ain't going to start till he get in here. I got smoke. I told him about throwing slick shots. Andrew said, what up, bud? You been on the Ross this week? Slab Doc said, I got to get to Mississippi. Man, I'm telling you, I have yet to see. East Texas, like I told y'all, East Texas has some great lakes. I love East Texas lakes. When you talking about 3-pounders, you definitely going to Mississippi. And there's several lakes, big, small, short, and tall lakes. You can go to Mississippi and catch some 3-pounders. And I need to get there. Why not, JJ? Why you ain't gonna make it to Merval, man? What's going on? Andrew Van Buren said, Mississippi is the spot. It most definitely is. It is. I'll tell y'all. It is. See, Lewis said, on my way to Grenada tomorrow. Uh-oh. Send me some pictures, see it. I know you finna catch you some wall hangers. You finna catch some wall hangers, and I want to see them. I want to see them. Hey, the Crappie Hunter, what's going on, brother? Oh, Texas Crappie said, got me working mad overtime. Man, I totally understand. I won't be able to pre-fish. I won't be able to pre-fish Merval. I'm really just going to Merval Saturday morning. That's how they got me tied up in work. So I'm actually have to work late Friday out of town, and so I'm gonna have to make it back, hook my boat up, and whenever I get back, hook my boat up and just head up there. It's definitely gonna be early Saturday morning. Probably get on the road like 1 o'clock or something. The 125. I hear White Lake in Bama is a bucket list crappie lake. I heard Alabama got some pretty good crappie lakes. I've definitely heard the same. I've heard that Alabama definitely got some good crappie lakes. But you talking about quality? I don't think there is no lakes better than Mississippi lakes when you're talking about quality crappie though. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so me and you about in the same boat then, brother. Me and you, JJ, in the same boat. There ain't gonna be no pre-fish. It's just me going out there and shooting my shot. Thomas Fisher said, did a video this morning, caught plenty 2 pounds, and went back this evening, forgot my camera, but I will do a YouTube short. For sure, because I gotta see this 3 pound. I got it, and I know look, you probably caught by 600 3 pounders in your lifetime. But every time I see a 3 pound, it just makes me happy to see them. Chad Jock said, what temp do you bake your jig heads? Oh, about 325, 300, 325. Yep, I do about 300, 320. And then it depends on what kind of coat. Like if I'm doing like a candy paint, where I know I gotta do like a double coat, or if I'm doing like most candy paints. If it's a candy paint, I'm gonna do a double coat because it's gonna be a base of probably white or silver or something. I'm gonna have to do a base. So if I gotta put 2 layers of coating, then I do like a 250, 275. But if I'm doing just a single stage, one color, chartreuse, orange, black, something like that, just a single stage, one dip, one color, about 23, 325 for about 25 minutes. Black Rain, what it do? What it do? Well, since SK don't want to get on, y'all, I'm telling y'all why I'm on live. I think it was last week. SK want to go on his live, and first of all, he bashed the East Texas Crappie Trail tournament. That's first of all. He used to bash like, y'all in this East Texas Crappie Trail, blah, 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 blah. He used to bash it, doing like he usually do. Just like he bashed Live Scope, but he ended up getting a Live Scope. Just like he said Live Scope was 2D. I mean, he have bashed. He's so contradictive. But he's quick to get these winners on these tournaments that he bashed the tournament on. And he always want to ask them, oh, what about the pole? What do y'all got it on the transducer? You know, most tournament guys don't fish with a pole. Like, you know that. So you just want to make yourself feel good for somebody to say, no, I got it on the trolling motor. Just to make you feel good, I guess. But you also said, well, yeah, y'all, we got some winners. Those guys won second place. Real cool guys, too, man. Great guys. I think they just won a first place at a cat tournament. Crappie Anglers of Texas. Real cool guys. But SK love to throw little slick shots, and I be catching his slick shots. And he gonna say, yeah, the local guys around here, I don't think they did so well. I ain't heard nothing from them. First of all, SK, you don't hear nothing from us anyway because we don't fool with you. We don't fool with you. We don't fool with you, first of all. Second of all, what's the point of getting tournament winners on your live when you don't fish tournaments? And I know what you're doing. You try to make yourself relevant because don't nobody know you but off YouTube. They don't know you from a tournament because you never did one. But you try to get these tournament guys and these big time crappie anglers on your YouTube so you can feel relevant. You're irrelevant in the crappie world. You are scared to fish tournaments. You will never fish tournaments. You are a one-trick pony. You are 5 feet to 1 feet brush pile fisherman. And that's just what it is. I don't want to hear about you can't afford it. I want to just be honest and tell the people what they already know. Because most of these people, honestly, out of 26 people on here, most of these people already know what the truth is. You just scared. You just scared. Just be honest and say, look, I'm scared to fish against other uh other good crappie fishermen or great crappie fishermen. Because we do have some great crappie fishermen. I definitely don't consider myself a great crappie fisherman. Um, but I think I'm a pretty good crappie fisherman. And just say that. Just say, look, I don't want to compete where I don't have any advantage. People get on your live to make you feel good, but they know the truth. They know that you don't want to fish in a tournament that you don't have an advantage on. I can guarantee you, if the East Texas Crappie Trail had a tournament on Lake Houston, you gonna fish it. I don't care if it costs $2 million. You gonna find a way to fish it because you have the advantage. But you wouldn't even come and fish Conroe, which you also had an advantage on, but you wasn't that confident. But I can guarantee you, if East Texas Crappie Trail have a tournament on Lake Houston, you will fish in it. Why? Because you have the advantage. But you won't fish no other tournaments. You're not a tournament fisherman. You're a one-trick pony, 1 to 3 feet, 1 to 5 feet brush pile fishing. That's just what it is. And you know that ain't gonna cut it in the tournament. That's just what it is. Texas Crop said, I haven't been in Lamar. I'm not sure there are plenty in the shallows for a little court action. Fishing from the banks. Okay. Thomas Fisher say water 6 to 8 degrees today. Oh man, that water is perfect spawning temp water. Devon said he bashed split shots too, but now he used them for live scope. That's what I'm saying. Like all this bashing. My thing is this: I'm not a contradictive person. Like I'm not gonna say something and run back and do something. And if I do, I'm gonna admit like I was wrong. I didn't like this, but I'm using it and I love it. But you can't bash stuff then turn around and use it and ignore it and think people gonna forget it. Like, don't do that. Black Master K Dog, I didn't know you know about candy paint. You know a paint. I didn't know you paint cars. But yeah, man, so I know a little bit now. I don't know a lot, but I do know a little bit about candy paint. I know you gotta have some bases on it. Most times it's like a gold base or a silver base or something like that when it comes to that candy paint. I do know a little bit, but not a lot. But you paint cars, so I'm sure you can write a whole book on how to do that candy paint. The 125 say SK really want to fish the tournament, but he says he can't afford it. Don't let SK lie to you. Don't let him lie to you. All it is $100. Don't let him lie to you. Texas Carp Assassin said he be charging an arm and a leg for a guided trip. He definitely can afford it. Exactly. And then we just had it on Lake Conroe, which is, he fishes that lake anyway. So, I mean, it's not far from him. It's definitely farther than me to go there than he is. So nobody want to hear that. Slab Dr. Lamar said my guide clients told him on his live that he would pay SK entry. Crickets. Exactly. So ain't nobody trying to hear that. Lamar said it may have something to do with that live well check at the start. Never did those at his Lake Houston get-togethers. That is true. We never check live wells at the little Lake Houston get-together that he always won. With all 5 of us there, all 5 or 6 people there. We never did a live well check. Not one time did we do a live well check. That says a lot. And now you got them live well checks and you ain't confident no more. The 125 said, I don't think he would fish Houston even if it had a tournament because there would be other good professional crappie anglers that he's not familiar with. That's a fact. I definitely believe that. But I think he would do it just because he still would have the advantage. Mitchell Besser said, hey, bro, do a slab city still said, I don't even know, man. I honestly don't know. I haven't heard nothing from him. I need to text my guy and see how he's doing. I ain't heard nothing from him lately. I know he's been doing a lot of work. But I need to text him tomorrow to see. I'm not sure. Kim said facts. For real, though. But I guarantee you, I believe he will definitely fish the Lake Houston one just because he'll have the advantage. He ain't fishing no lake that he ain't got no advantage on. And like I said, you can get Hayden Jeffries, you can get Lamar Bunn, you can get Matthew Rogers, like you can get all these top crappie anglers that are well known everywhere around the nation for being great crappie fishermen and put them on your live, that's not going to make you a better crappie fisherman, SK, because you are scared to fish tournaments. That's like saying me getting Michael Jordan, LeBron James, rest in peace, but Kobe, and all these guys on my live with me, and we talking about basketball. They're not gonna make me a better basketball player if I'm not going out there playing. So look, you can invite whoever you want to and let them talk about how they won a tournament, but you ain't finna get out there. So they don't do that. Don't try to. Nah, LBG down to do it. Nah, that ain't gonna make SK join. But LBG, I know him. Like I know Bluegill. Bluegill down to fish them tournaments. But SK ain't about that life. Okay. Kevin Walker said, facts, my boy. Check this out. Did y'all check out the video? Man, look, y'all. I had somebody too in the comments on that video. I had to block them though. They was hating. I can tell they weren't even watching the video. They were like, you need to leave some of those crappie out there. I don't know why you bothering them while they're on their beds. And so I knew that was a hater. And then that was when he started to comment. He was like, well, I ain't trying to be no hater. But most times people say I'm not trying to be something, but that's exactly what they're trying to be. But he said I was catching them on the beds. So they let me know. First of all, they let me know he didn't pay attention to the video because, I mean, it clearly showed my depth of water was between about 16 to 20 feet of water. So I definitely went on no beds. I was catching roamers and fish on standing timber. But at the same time, I know a lot of people do throw back females that haven't spun. And I understand it. But if I'm going to spend the gas in my boat and in my Jeep to get me to that lake, if they are legal, I'm going to keep them until I get my limit. Do you know? And then there's a lake I'm at, Sam Raven. If I'm not mistaken, it's like the second or third largest lake in Texas. So I'm fishing one area of this huge lake. Do you think I'm really hurting the population on this lake? I can see if I was fishing in a little pond or something. I'm fishing in a huge lake. Do anybody know how many eggs do one crappie lay? Like, I think a lot of people get so tied up into, throwing big fish back. And I understand it. I'm not knocking nobody that do it. But don't knock people that don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Unless you want to pay, give me $120 so I can fill up my boat, because that's how much it takes, between $100 to $120. So you give me that. You give me about $60 to fill up my Jeep. Then you pay me for my time on the lake. Now, if you can pay me for all of that, then I would definitely throw back the fish. But if you're not going to pay me for all of that, then I ain't throwing back nothing. If they legal, I'm keeping them. Lamar said, mad respect for Decker, Silman, Parker. Those boys have shown consistency on every lake, striving to catch up with them. That's a fact. Those three names are literally at the top of our list, and those boys, they can fish. They can definitely fish. Sam Parker, Rod Silman, Travis Decker, them boys can fish. And I'm a quadruple salute them, because them boys can fish, and they don't care what lake they on. They put their head down and they fish. And that's like Lamar said, we striving to catch up with them. Like, that's the level we're trying to get to. And I love that they're in our tournament fishing with us, because that pushes us to be better. I love it. Texas Crop Assassin said, more important to throw back the males anyway. Exactly. You need the males. And see, that's what a lot of people doing. They going in the spawn and they catching all the males. The males are the ones that fertilizing the eggs and protecting them. I mean, look, I ain't throwing them back. Sorry. Cornell Harper said, I'm not throwing back nothing. I spent too much money just to be able to catch them. Facts. I don't want to just catch a crappie. I want to catch them. I want to keep them. I want to do a video. I want to take pictures. I want to fillet them. And I want to eat them. Like I said, but if somebody want to pay for my gas, for my boat and Jeep, and for my time, then yeah, I'm throwing back. Thomas Fisher said 5,000 to 6,000. Look at all them eggs. Come on, man. And I'm taking 25 crappie out of a lake, or if I'm with somebody, we taking 50 crappie out of a lake, and that's harming the lake. Not a pond, but a lake. Taking 25 to 50 crappie out of a lake ain't putting no harm to it. Then you get an overpopulated lake where you're getting these malnutrition crappie with these small body and big mouths. Then everybody mad. Man, all these crappie small body, thin bodies, but they got a big mouth. You wonder why? I'm gonna help it out. I'm gonna help that population out. Take the crappie assassin said, keep your limits. You ain't hurting the population of the crappie. That's a fact. And I'm glad. Look, I just said it, and you just basically when I read it, you said the same thing. Yeah, if I'm paying, man, look, it ain't cheap to crappie fish. It ain't cheap to go fishing, period. But I know it ain't cheap to crappie fish. I know I done spent too much money crappie fishing. And you think I'm gonna throw some fish back? Man, please. They better be under 10 inches. Kevin Walker said, you would never be able to hurt the population of fish by no means. I agree. But you know, you got some people that think that they're biologists. And I've heard several biologists say the same thing. Like, look, crappie lifespan is only like, I think I heard a guy say like 6 or 7 years, and he was a biologist. 6 or 7 years or 5 years. So, look, they're going to die anyway. I might as well go ahead and make good use of them. Chat Jack said, if it was hurting the population, then the depth of wildlife would not allow you to keep the limits. That's a fact. That's a fact. Kim said, me either. Exactly. I ain't like, look, I ain't throwing them back unless they illegal, meaning under 10 inches. If they 10 inches or better, depending on what kind of day I'm having. Now, like me going out to Sam Rayburn, I know I'm gonna catch probably a limit of 12 on up. So if I got me, let's say if I'm halfway done fishing for the day and I got me like 30 12s on up, and I know I can go catch me 20 more, if somebody with me so we can catch a 50 piece, then yeah, I'll probably start throwing a couple 10s back. Or if I'm by myself and I got 20 crappie in the boat and I still got 3 or 4 hours of fish, then yeah, I'm gonna throw some 10s back. But look, if them 10s get caught early in the day, they good as gone. They good as gone. Slapdog said crappie are one of the most successful reproducing in fresh water. I've seen them overrun lakes in a few years. That's so true. So true. Black Rain said, I caught a huge female sheephead fish. It was pregnant. It made an old lady mad when I put them in my cooler. Look, if I'm fishing, I'm keeping it. Texas crappie just hit the nail on the head. Jealousy is a terrible thing. It makes people talk crap. That is so true. That's the nail on the head. And that's what most people, they just be jealous because they can't go out there and catch no fish. Because this dude, he was adamant. He was just like, oh, you want to go on a guide trip in the springtime or pre-spawn. Why you can't you do this? Man, look, I literally fish year round. I fish year round. So, like I said, I ain't the best at catching them big sevens. But, I can catch crappie with the best of them. I can catch limits with the best of them on just about any lake I get on. So, yeah, it's just crazy to me. Reggie Brown said, that's why I be on a meat run every time I go crappie fishing. Look, that's why I can't wait till the tournament's over with. I think the last state championship is in June. After June, I'm meat running. Every time I'm going fishing, I'm meat running. I'm meat running. Sam Rayburn. After, I think the first weekend in June, after that state championship is over with, Sam Rayburn gonna send me a whole lot, and I'm gonna be meat running. I'm gonna be meat running. Sack Lake Bandit, what it do, D? Devon said, I'm catching them jokes until they stop evening at night. I'm telling you, even at night. I'm telling you, real talk. Devon 25 said, she did some good eating for sure. Already, just that good salt water. Kevin Walker, the biologists know what's going on with the population since they make the limits up. Exactly. If we're hurting population, they need to drop the limits. In Texas, it's 25 per person, and they got to be 10 inches or better. So until they change that, when I go to a lake and I'm fishing for fun or I'm on the guides, we trying to catch limits. We trying to catch limits. We don't want to say, oh, we went out here and we caught 6 crappie, but I caught this my PB or this close to my PB. I'm not trying to make a client feel good because they caught 1 big crappie and they got four more crappie to take home. I want more clients get on my boat because they want a limit. And I know they'd be much happier with 25 crappie that's 10 to 13 inches rather than catching one crappie that's 4 inches. I mean, at 14 inches. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And I know if I'm a client, I'd rather get on a boat with somebody that's going to put me on a limit of crappie than somebody going to put me on 10 crappie. Texas Crop said best guiding time is after the spawn. Facts. I agree. Because that post spawn, them crappie going to be hungry. Hungry. Chat Jock said people forget these fish were put here on Earth to be food source in the first place. That is a fact. I ain't trying to make these fish my pets. Look, I'm trying to eat them. I want to catch them and I want to eat them. Kim said my biologist wants people to keep the big fish. They gonna die and go out the shorter way and go out anyway. He said big fish breed. Big fish is fall. Thank you. Thank you. And that's how I feel. These bigger crappie are already old. So they ain't got too much longer to live. So let me go on and do them a favor and take them home with me. I'd rather, so you telling me you'd rather watch a big crappie, a 3 pound, 3.5, 4 pound crappie, go back to the lake and die within the next year or two. Because they probably are already 4 or 5 years old. Or would you rather go ahead and take that crappie home with you and put them on the wall or fillet them or whatever else you want to do with them? Because ain't nobody going to catch them, you know. They 1 or 2 more people might catch them. But their life expectancy is going to be over with shortly. It's not like these crappie live 20 years and 10 years. These crappie literally living like 5 to 7 years. Lamar said, that's true, Kim. Good genetics is out the door in the fish world. All fish are capable of becoming giants if they live long enough. Yep, live long enough and have the right food source. People try to make crappie like you breeding horses or you breeding cows or you breeding dogs. No, no. If they get the right food source in the right conditions, all crappie are gonna get big. Right food source, and they ain't got nothing to do with no genetics. But people crack me up. Black Ryan said Florida limit is 25, no size limit in most of our lakes. Oh, I know y'all be having a blast down there then. Donnell said, man, whoever told you that Ken never went to Louisiana. I know people that used to have so many crappie, the cooler wouldn't close. Those lakes are still strong with good numbers. Exactly. I know I grew up on a few lakes back in Mississippi. And I know it wasn't a lot of pressure on them lakes. Well, they were kind of like ponds. But I know them things probably so overstocked now. It's probably so many horrible looking crappie in there with some big mouths and little bodies. And I know they done took over. Because ain't nobody cleaning them out. Ain't nobody catching them. Ken Walker said, try to stretch out the live well. Every time, I'm trying to tell you, every time I go crappie fishing, if it's not in the tournament, I'm trying to get stretch marks in the live well. I'm telling you, my goal when I'm going fishing, on my way there, I'm talking to myself like, we need to put stretch marks in the live well. That's my goal every time. Cornell Harp said, I don't want to see the bottom of my live well when I go fishing. I travel too far to my boat for that. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's 3 hours to go to Sam Rayburn from my doorstep. Well, from my storage where my boat is to Sam Rayburn is 3 hours. You think I'm going 3 hours to catch some fish and release them? No, sir. No, sir. I'm going up there to put some stretch marks in that live well. See, Lewis said, do you think there will be some 3 to 4 pounders floating dead when I get to Grenada Lake? No, I doubt it, because Grenada gets some pressure on it. I don't think Grenada now got to never really worry about too many fish dying out there, because it gets some pressure. And I'm talking about nationwide pressure. You got people coming from Illinois, people coming from the state of Washington, people coming from everywhere. All of the East Coast, all of the West Coast, all in the Midwest, and definitely in the South. You have so many people coming to Grenada that I don't think you never have to worry about seeing no dead 3 and 4 pounders on Grenada, not dying of old age because they got some pressure on them. Reggie Brown said, California, you can keep 25 either crappie or bluegills or a combo of both, no size limit. Oh, okay. Okay, see, I ain't know that. I don't know how that works here. So, people that do know, let's say that I don't. I guess I don't know because I don't fish for multiple species, but I do fish for bluegill. But I don't think we ain't got no size limit or number limit on bluegills. So, but I just take crappie and white bass. I know the daily bag limit is 25. So, does that mean for the state of Texas, does that mean you can catch 25 crappie and 25 white bass in the same day? I don't even know. I don't know if that what that means because it's a 25-day bag limit. So I'm guessing you can catch 25 of each species a day. I don't know. Somebody help me out. Devon said, I like watching the old fishermen because that joker keep almost everything he catch. I know that right. Cove Ultimate Fishing say in North Carolina, somehow these city lakes have no crappie limit. I am used to Georgia creel limit of 30, but here I'm trying to catch 200 a day. And I'm telling you, in them city lakes, if they're not big, you need to keep them all because they're going to take over to where it really ain't nothing else up in there or it's going to be hard to catch anything else. Man, look, I'm happy for you, brother. I need to find me a lake where I go catch 200 and I can keep 200 because I sure would. But I always say my grace before I go fish for good luck. I know that right. See, Lou said, I was telling a bad joke. Man, see, Lou, I want them pictures when you go to Grenada tomorrow, this weekend. Because I know you finna act a fool. Cornell Harbor say that's what they do on Lake Washington. Boats from all over crowd their lake. Exactly. Lake Washington, Grenada, Enid, Sardis. Man, look, it be crowds of boats on them lake. Grenada and Fork. I do agree, Kim. Grenada and Fork got a lot of pressure. A whole lot of pressure. I'm telling y'all. We have a tournament in April on Lake Fork. I'm undecided if I want to even go to it or not. I've never been there, but it's like 5-hour drive. And I don't want to go and drive 5 hours to pre-fish, then drive 5 hours back home. Then know I got to go back up there for a tournament. I ain't lying to y'all. I'm gonna be honest. That's a lot of driving. That's a lot of driving. Pulling the boat 5 hours just to pre-fish something, then have to go back home another 5 hours, then got to turn back around and drive another 5 hours back up there and drive another 5 hours back home. Whew, that's a lot. So I don't know if I'm gonna fish that one. I'm undecided. Slab Doc said Southern Illinois and Indiana have bucket list lakes as well. Huge hybrid crappie with very little pressure. I agree. I always said that. I know them Southern Illinois lakes for sure, and some in Indiana also. But I can't remember the name, but I know it was a famous Southern Illinois lake that was it's like huge hybrid crappie. Like they are humongous up there. Joseph Clues, I believe they are in the same group, panfish except bluegill. Okay. Because I never understood. I mean, I'll never probably find out because I will probably never go and try to catch a limit of white bass. But I was just wondering, does that mean you got to catch 25? If it's 25, you got to be 25 altogether or 25 each type of fish. Devon said, just wait till the bluegill spawn. They're going to be crying about folks keeping all them bluegill. They're going to be crying about me. Because I'm telling you now, I'm going to be on Lake Conroe. And I'm telling you, Lake Conroe got some bluegill beds. Man, that'll make you go crazy. You can sit on one bluegill bed and catch about 100, 150. Now I'm talking about, I ain't talking about no little bed. I'm talking about them big blue hump head bluegill. He said, man, I miss Gibbons, bro. Man, me too. Said we used to have some good time there. I would drive down from Dallas and meet my brother Fanning and fish it. That small lake had to be overrun now since no one is fishing it. I agree. I think it is some people that know some people that's fishing it, but it's definitely not enough pressure on that lake. And that little small lake had a lot of, and a lot of people get mad 'cause we would go out there with 4 people and catch us 100 crappie in no time. Like we'd go out there with 6 people and we'd catch 150 like it was nothing, you know. But what people didn't understand is that lake had a whole lot of crappie. We Lamar will tell you. Lamar, I'm glad he on here. He'll tell you. We used to say this every year at the New Year. We'll say, man, this lake is getting better and better. We fished it for about 5 years, and every year that lake got better quantity and better quality every year because we were doing a due diligence of catching the crappie and keeping them. And see, that lake was only open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So Monday through Thursday, it was zero pressure on that lake. And then people will come. Most, wasn't even a lot of people there Friday, but Saturday and Sunday, you might have 10 boats out there. In the spun, you'll probably have about 15 boats in the spun. But other than the spun, you might see 5 to 10 boats out there. And so I can only imagine now this lake been closed for a little over a year now. If they're not getting a lot of pressure on that lake, within 3 to 4 years, it's going to be horrible. Those crappie are going to definitely start being stunted because that small lake got a whole lot of crappie in it. Black Wayne said bluegill some good eating too. I'm gonna tell you though, believe it or not, I rather eat bluegill over crappie. I like bluegill better than crappie. But Chris said you need a partner for Fort Kenny. I'll be down. Man, I wish. So the way it works for me is I can't get a partner until next season. So next season I will be looking for a partner next season. So, but yeah, I can't get a partner this season for the rest of the season. But next season I will be looking for a partner. It's definitely a lot of work fishing by yourself. I mean, I'm used to it because I fish by myself a lot, so it really don't bother me, but it is more time consuming. And if anybody's fished a tournament, they know that time is the biggest thing. Time fishing is the biggest thing when you crappie, when you tournament fishing, period. You want to keep your line in the water as long as possible. Where there's in California, you can have 15 crappie and 10 bluegill. That's that 25 fish limit daily possession. Ooh, that sucks. Cause like I know here in Texas, it ain't no limit on bluegill. You can catch them until you're tired. Okay, said Ren in Egypt. Okay, those lakes. What those lakes at, Kim? Texas crappie said they're gonna get stunted. They definitely gonna get stunted out on Gibbons Creek Reservoir. It won't be long. They'll be stunted. Lamar said Gibbons saw more pressure each year, and the fishing got better each year. I'm telling you, it was more cool. When me and Lamar started fishing that lake about 5 years ago, literally, it'll be 3 boats on the water. Me, Lamar, and like one dude out there bass fishing. And by 12 o'clock, me and Lamar, the only 2 people out there. It was like that for like 2 years. Like it was nobody out there. Then a few people started coming and coming. There still weren't a lot of people there. But every year it got better and better. The more people came to catch fish, the better the fishery got. Hook City's in the building. Double salute. Hook City said, what's up, y'all? Kenny, what brand boost are you fishing out of now? That joker looked wide on that Sam Raven video. What brand? Boat, a Skeeter. If you're talking about the boat, it's a Skeeter. I got a 20-foot Skeeter. And it is pretty wide too. I got it for a steel too. I ain't gonna lie. I got it for a steel. And so I can sit 3 people comfortably up front. I actually got 3 seats set up front. And I've done a few guide trips where it was 3 people on the boat and we pretty comfortable. You can move around. But it's an older model though. It's like a 2005 or something like that. But it's a SX. It's a SX 200. But yeah, it's definitely got a pretty wide deck on it. Kevin Walker said, Kenny SK needs some of your hand ties to give away on his live. Man, I need to do a giveaway. I got some that's already boxed up and I just haven't did a giveaway yet. Mr. B, what it do? What it do? What it do? Ernest said, very true, Lamar. Bud Crisco, all right, man. Double salute. Hook said, yeah, that's what I figured you were saying the boat. Yep, I got an SX 200, 20-foot Skeeter. Kevin Walker said, fry them suckers whole. You talk about good. Now, see, that's one thing about, those are the name of the lakes in Illinois. Okay. That's what I was trying to figure out. Okay, Egypt and Ren. Okay. Those are the hybrid crappie lakes. Kevin Walker said, you fry them suckers whole. Man, that's the only fish that I eat whole with the bones in them. Or bluegill. It's just something about it. Like I said, I rather eat bluegill. I grew up eating bluegill more than anything. So I would look, what we call them brim. Look, I'm gonna eat a brim over a crappie, and that's just my opinion. I definitely eat a brim over a crappie. Mr. B saying, Cali, back in the day, you could keep all the bluegill you wanted. Yeah, we can definitely keep them out here. Slab Dr. Moss said, Hook City, you need to come on out and fish one of the tournaments on our trail. Fork coming soon. Yep, Fork is in April, and in May will be Sam Rayburn. Oh, I said Sam Rayburn because I'm so in love with it. Fork, Lake Fork, we have Merval. Merval is next week. Next Saturday is Lake Merval. Then in April, we have Lake Fork, and then in May, we have Lake of the Pines. And then our state championship will be on Limestone. Yeah, so those, and you know, those are like the two most famous lakes in Texas that you hear about all the time is Lake Fork and Lake of the Pines. But I'm only going to one of them. I ain't going to both of them. So I got to figure out, because both of them by 5. I think Lake of the Pines is like 5.5 hours one way. And I think Lake Fork is 5 hours one way. So I ain't fishing both of them. I'm going to fish one or the other. I ain't fishing both of them. That's too much drive. And whichever one I'm fish, I'm gonna have to come up there a day early and pre-fish it, because I'm not gonna go up there, drive 5 hours and fish and drive 5 hours back home, then knowing I gotta go back up there again. Nope, I ain't gonna do it. So whichever one I do choose to, which one y'all think I should fish? Should I fish Lake Fork in April, or should I fish Lake of the Pines in May? Because I'm only fishing one. So which one should I fish? Lake Fork in April or Lake of the Pines? Because I never fished neither one of them. I fished the spillway at Lake of the Pines one time. I fished the spillway and caught some pretty decent crappie. But I never fished the main lake on either lake. So which lake do y'all think would be the best to fish in a tournament? Would it be Lake Fork in April or Lake of the Pines in May? Hook City said, I need some weekends off. I think Kyron will fish it this year. Okay. Look, I totally understand, man. I totally understand. Look, work come first. I feel you. I swear I feel you. Look, I can't go fishing if I don't go to work. I got to go to work first to go fishing. So I definitely understand. Kim Burnett said our lakes are 20 limit, but we have 2 lakes that are 50 limit, no size. And they have some dogs in them, bluegills and white bass limit. Oh, wow. I think Ross Barnett, the lake I grew up on, I think it's a 30 fish limit, and I don't think it's no size limit. I think it's 30 fish with no size limit, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Hook City said, y'all getting the Mr. Crappie qualifier. I'll be in Alabama in September for the Mr. Crappie. Ain't the crappie, when is that Mr. Crappie qualifier? I know it's on the Red River, because I seen that. What when is it? I heard that Red River tear up a lot of lower units though. But I might have to do that. I want to try it out. Texas Crappie Assassin say Pines is my favorite lake. So that's what I might do. I might fish Lake of the Pines. But I also want to fish Lake Fork too, so I don't know. If the Mr. Crappie when is the Mr. Crappie qualifier on Red River? Fly Guy said, Mardi Gras G's giveaway tonight. Oh, I ain't got none. I'm gonna tell y'all a funny story. No, I ain't gonna tell this story. Never mind. I ain't gonna tell y'all a funny story. I'm gonna tell y'all a funny story. What happened to me at the lake, but I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna have to tie me some up, man. I literally have 0. I gave away my last few I had at when I was getting ready to leave Sam Rayburn. I gave away to one guy. He was asking was I using shiners. I said no. I said I was using these hand ties that I make. And so I showed it to him. He wanted them. I gave them to him. I had like 4 or 5. I think I had 5 left, and I gave them to him. So I literally have no Mardi Gras as we speak. But guess what? I got the jig heads painted. So I ain't doing none this weekend. I ain't fishing this weekend. So tomorrow, that will be my mission tomorrow, is to tie up some Mardi Gras. I know Fly Guys, you know I already got you. So I'm definitely fine. I'm definitely gonna tie up some Mardi Gras for a few people that want them and send them out to them. Mr. B said no size limit for crappie or bluegill in here in California. Oh, okay. What part of California? You said no size limit for crappie or bluegill? In Cali? Oh, wow. Yeah, I was waiting for SK to get on here because I had some smoke for him, but he ain't gonna get on here tonight. I guess he know I was coming for the jugular. I won't come here jugular tonight for playing with me. But he ain't gonna come on here. I told him he better stop throwing rocks and hide his hand. I want one of y'all, when y'all see SK, tell him Skinny Kenny looking for him. He know I was looking for him. He know I was looking for him. I'm sure somebody done texted him, called him, and told him, hey man, Skinny Kenny calling you out. I called him out when I first got on live. I told y'all I didn't want to talk about fishing until he got on this live. But look like he ain't gonna get on here. So somebody tell SK I'm looking for him. I got some smoke with his scary behind. Tell his scary behind I got some smoke for him. But yeah, I'm finna get off this thing because I've been out of town all week on overseeing a prison. Been working on the roof. Well, I haven't been working, but I've been overseeing a prison that some of my contractors put on the roof on the prison out of town. And I've been on that roof all day this whole week. So I'm finna get up out here and give me some rest. Until next time, it's your boy, Skinny Kenny, the Bronze Star Bet. Double salute. I'm out.